Man, Europe has been through a lot of time, you know. There was a punk era, emo, puberty. Europe's been through everything. But somewhere in all of those periods, there's gotta be a peak, a prime, a top. The time when Europe was at its best. And damn, there's a lot to pick out of. Roman Empire, where it all began. Folks started building roads, creating laws, grammatical language, basic governance system and structures that in one way or another still exists today. But damn, it's quite hard to call it the peak time of Europe if it was just a beginning, you know? But slightly after Roman Empire come those Middle Ages. And you know what? I was really thinking it can be it. The top era of Europe is right here in front of me. Come on, it would be quite obvious. Everybody thinks of Europe when they hear Middle Ages. And yeah, there's basically nothing else to think about. But it's kind of deserved. That's the period of which pretty much every single soul is aware of. I mean, if you say history, one of the first thoughts will be the one about Middle Ages, about its architecture, those gothic castles, thin streets, and of course kings and queens. But despite its historical value as a really memorable period, was there anything for what I could call that time the top of European civilization? The only things that come to my mind are the foundation of university as a system and plague.
Was he slow? No.
Plague.
Damn, not really the time to live. And man, it would for real be very hard to call it the best period in European history when after it comes Renaissance. Come on dude, if you haven't heard this word in your life, I don't know where you're from, because it's the time of literature, of arts, of inventions, of Da Vinci, Michelangelo, all of those Donatellos, you know? Alright, so in a nutshell, Renaissance started by fall of feudal system and continued by rise of the individual minds, their ideas, and so on, and also by focusing on humanism. What is that, you may ask? So humanism is the idea and belief that humans can shape their own lives and destinies. And it all led to creation of some beautiful art pieces and incredible inventions, basics of which are used today, damn. And seems like it's the time of Europe, but I'm kind of hesitating here, because the next era is nowhere near being less important. I would call it the period of explorations, or how it's called in history, the age of discovery. And it's quite reasonable, you know? That's the time when people started riding those boats around the globe to look for, colonize, and deal with previously unknown lands and folks. Basically all of the big explorations you can think of most likely happened in that period of time, like the coast of West Africa, sea roads to Asia, and of course the most popular one, the New World, Americas, and not the great United States. I mean South and North Americas. Later on, European countries colonized it all, but it's probably the most important part of not only European history, but history overall. And come on, the first place seems pretty obvious, not gonna lie. Renaissance did good, but the age of discovery just kicks it straight in face, takes the gold medal, and walks away with explosions in the background.